Buddy, HomeSliceHenry here, and we've got some awesome spice for you guys today. Friend of the channel, Owen Mulvaney, is back with some insane spice. He is running Rhyperior in the Great League. While Rhyperior is a common pick in the Master League Premier Cup, I had never seen anyone try it in Great League until he did, and it actually went quite well for him. So without further ado, let's hop into these battles and check out Rhyperior in the Great League. Alright, and we're hopping into the first match here, leading Rhyperior into a Mandibuzz. And this is a pretty solid matchup because he is able to hit for super effective with those smackdowns. And those smackdowns are doing a lot to Mandibuzz, which itself is an incredibly tanky Pokemon. And it tanked that foul play pretty well, which is fantastic. Going straight for the Rock Wrecker. They should be doing massive super effective damage if they let it through. So of course they are going to be committing a shield and throwing a move themselves. Good play by the opponent, as he's not going to be able to farm down in time before they get to another move. And a second move comes through, and he is going to commit the second shield and farm all the way down, so that way he does take switch and he'll have energy for whatever comes in next. And it is a Toxicroak. He is going for Rock Wrecker. Watch how much damage this does. Holy crap. That does like almost 75% of the health. And now coming in with Pelipper, which is able to do super effective damage with his fast move. And they only thought they were going to get to a Mud Bomb, and now they come in with a Hypno. Building up and going for the Hurricane. This will be doing a ton of damage if it goes unshielded. And it does. And now switching into Venusaur. And Venusaur at this point doesn't have a lot of play against the rest of the team, so I do like the play of basically just sacrificing it. And looks like he opts not to throw the charge move and instead just goes for the fast move damage. Ice Punch coming through, that hits for neutral, able to take it out. I think one more fast move takes out Toxicroak, and it does. So an incredibly close game, but able to take the win. Very well played. Hopping into the next match here, leading Rhyperior into Skarmory. And this should be a pretty solid matchup. And they are going to safe swap into Stunfisk and immediate answer with Venusaur. And with this being the Unova version of the Stunfisk, Venusaur has a way better matchup than against the Galarian version. And as you can see, he can just let these charge moves go through. He really doesn't have to worry about them. And it looks like he's going to build up to almost 2 Frenzy Plants and throw. So I do like that play, leaving the matchup with energy, because you want to minimize the amount of farm that Skarmory is going to get. And actually able to get to a second Frenzy Plant. And ooh, they double commit shields, so they are really trying to take switch advantage. He is going to need to commit 2 shields of his own, but he should be able to hold switch, because the Stunfisk is not going to be able to farm him down, and he is committing that second shield, so he will be able to get to the Frenzy Plant. And as you can see, Venusaur does handle Unova Stunfisk quite nicely in the 2 shield scenario. Able to take them out. Skarmory takes them out with 1 hit, coming back in with Rhyperior, and they have a Toxicroak, and this is a really good position to be the Pelipper. I do like going for the Weather Ball. This will apply a lot of neutral pressure. As you can see, that just completely takes it out, and Skarmory comes out, and now Pelipper is just going to go straight for the Weather Ball spam. Pelipper is so incredibly good at absolutely just spamming out these charge moves, and the Skarmory is forced to throw. This is going to be the Sky Attack, and Pelipper hangs on, which in this situation was actually unfortunate since they couldn't get to a charge move. But Rhyperior is going straight for the Superpower, so not wanting to risk a potential Flash Cannon. And the Superpower with 1 fast move is enough to take them out. So another win with Rhyperior absolutely slamming the door. Nicely played there. Hopping to the next match, leading Rhyperior into another Unova Stunfisk, and it's going to safe swap into Venusaur. And the opponent's going to counter with Abomasnow, but they were very slow on their switch. So Venusaur is going to be able to get to the Sludge Bomb, which will be doing massive damage, and of course does get the shield. And this will be interesting here. And let's see if he does. Okay, so it looks like he does decide to take his shield advantage. I do like that play, as Rhyperior should do quite well against the Abomasnow. He is going to need to commit the shield here, because that energy ball would hurt so much. But now he's going to be absolutely loaded on energy for when that Stunfisk comes back in. Going straight for the superpower, and this should be applying some nice neutral damage. Oh, actually gets the shield and swaps into Pelipper. And they have a Granbull in the back, which is absolutely chunking away, building up to 2 Weather Balls. One Weather Ball probably won't quite take it out. As you can see, it's incredibly close. Able to finish it off, though, which is huge. And now gets to go for a Weather Ball, which is doing super effective damage. And that does a nice chunk. And able to get to a second one. Pelipper is definitely a really good pick right now. I know this is showcasing Rhyperior, but man, Pelipper is showing out as well. Fantastic. Hopping to the next match, Rhyperior into Marowak. This is a dream lead. And they're going to swap into Abomasnow, which also has a terrible matchup there. But he's going to go into his Pelipper. Going straight for the Weather Ball, which is going to be resisted, but is going to be doing some nice chunk damage. Shielding it up in case it's the Energy Ball. Oh, it is just the Weather Ball. And let's see if he can try and farm down. Oh, can't quite farm down. This is probably the Energy Ball. It is, so unfortunately has to double commit shields, but preserved a ton of health, so he's going to be able to get those shields back. So I really like that second shield. And they come out with a Shadow Flygon. That's not something you see every day. That's incredibly cool. Look how much Dragon Claw does. Holy crap. Now these Weather Balls are going to be hitting for neutral. Of course, Flygon's going to shield because it is incredibly glassy, and especially so now that it's the Shadow version. And they're probably going to be forced to throw here because they're really not going to have a good time trying to farm down. They throw the Dragon Claw to take it out. And they're going to come in with Venusaur. I do like that because that way you're preserving the good matchup up front. They come in with Marowak, coming in with Rhyperior. He's going to have to eat a charge move, so we'll put the tankiness of Rhyperior to the test, and it survives. Oh, can he farm down? Unable to farm down, so he is going to need to throw the Rock Wrecker, which is obviously more than enough to take it out. Trying to get to the superpower, cannot get to the superpower, but bank to Frenzy Plant. Ooh, this is going to be close. Is it the Earth Power? Oh, it's just a Dragon Claw. So able to survive one Dragon Claw, and this Frenzy Plant is going to be more than enough to take out the Shadow Flygon. So an incredibly cool team there. Just a very well played and a very cool team by the opponent. Hopping to the final match, picking up a negative lead here with Obstagoon and going to safe swap into Pelipper. Pelipper is an incredibly good safe swap, and they swap in a Beedrill. This is not a great answer, as from here he knows that's just the Fell Stinger, so he can safely let that go because Pelipper can really outspam Beedrill, and it's doing super effective damage with its fast move. Able to overfarm even a bit more, going for a Weather Ball. This is going to be applying a lot of pressure, and able to take switch and shield advantage. Pelipper, you absolute monster. Able to land the Weather Ball. And with Pelipper being able to flip switch, Rhyperior should be in a really good position to close endgame now that it doesn't have to face the counter user. Bringing out the Venusaur. And Venusaur is a much better Pokemon to take on Obstagoon than Rhyperior. They go for the Night Slash. Good job no shielding in case they get the boost. And really nice overfarm there. And this will take them out if they decide not to shield, and they are going to go down 2 shields. That makes quite a bit of sense. And he's going to want to commit a shield just because, again, he really doesn't want his Rhyperior getting torn apart by counters. Oh, aggressively swaps in the Rhyperior and baits out in a Azumarill. So very, very interesting play there. The opponent was afraid of being farmed down. Going for the Rock Wrecker, that does so much damage. So even though he was taking double super effective damage, basically able to take out an Azu almost with a Rock Wrecker. Oh my goodness. Able to farm down and able to get to the Frenzy Plant that is going to take out the Obstagoon and finish out the 5-0. So very, very well played to Owen. Who knew? Rhyperior in Great League actually has some solid play. Granted, having Pelipper being an and getting a Frillish as well, that's awesome. I have only gotten the one, so I'm really hoping that I can get a second one, because my first one, I'll be honest, the IVs were not very good. So I'm hoping my second one does end up quite a bit better. But yeah, Rhyperior is not a mon that I really would have thought of in Great League, but as you can see, it did work out quite well for him as a fun spice pick. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new and you're enjoying this kind of spicy content, definitely hit that subscribe button. It's free and it helps out the channel so much, letting me know that you guys are enjoying the content. So thank you so much as always, and I'll see you in the next video.